Cowabunga, dudes and dudettes! Today we're looking at the most radical game ever. Wait, no, I'm just going to talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja or Hero Turtles. Games for the Commodore 64, that is.
RetroKork.
So, first of all, I'm fairly certain that a large portion of my audience is already quite familiar with the Turtles. But, just in case, here's what I consider to be a Cliff Notes version, and I might remember things wrong. 4 turtles were dropped in the sewers of New York. Then someone dropped some mutagen, also known as ooze, on top of them in the same sewers, and if we're following the 1980s cartoon logic and cartoon storyline here, a Japanese martial arts master picked them up. Since the turtles were last handled by a human, they turned into teenagers, into the Teenage Mutant. Yet to determine their job here, Turtles, while their rescue, he turns into a rat. Now, in the original Mirage story, Master Splinter, as the 4 turtles will call their spiritual leader, was a rodent from the beginning. But they probably needed to make the Shredder-Splinter conflict bilateral or something like that. Because pretty much everywhere nowadays, the turtles are allowed to be their ninja name. The word ninja is no longer disallowed. And even though the turtles will have a really hard time blending in, I'll from now on only refer to them as Ninja Turtles, even though in Europe they were pretty universally referred to as Hero Turtles. Anyway, let's begin with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, brought to us by Ultra Software and Konami. This is a straight-up conversion of the NES game. If you've ever watched The Angry Video Game Nerd, you may have seen him get frustrated by this game. This version, well, it has sluggish controls and is a visual downgrade. Oh, and due to the fact that you only have one fire button, you usually push up and characters jump. Not in this case. You need to press fire and hope that you press it long enough so your turtle decides to jump. Otherwise, they'll just flail around with their gun and with their weapon. How long you need to press is something that I don't know because it feels like it's completely random. Oh, yeah. The game has an amusing little glitch. When your turtle is looking to the left side of the screen, he kneels just fine, but have your turtle face the right side of the screen and suddenly he decides to jitter around. Master Splinter, do not give your turtles espresso for goodness sake. Okay, so this is a lesser port of the already infamous NES game. Still, there was a sequel. A port of the arcade game. This time by Mirrorsoft and Imageworks cooperating with Konami. Now, Konami also made the NES version. Well, here goes nothing. Strangely enough, it's an acceptable version of the arcade game. I mean, yes, it is obviously a visual downgrade from both the arcade and, though to a lesser extent, the NES version of the game. The music's kind of uninspired, but the controls feel pretty responsive, as they should be, especially when compared to its direct predecessor on this platform. But still, I find the fighting to be a bit stiff, a little bit stiffer than the NES version, which I admittedly played a long time ago at a friend's house, and the AI likes to gang up on you, leading to an ultimate beatdown on you. But hey, it's not the worst arcade game conversion ever. because that one still goes for Double Dragon 1. So yes, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the Commodore 64. Go and play the arcade game using arcade stuff, or the arcade games. Legally, of course. So, next time I'll be talking about rail shooter, in the most literal sense here. Because next time we shoot Nazi soldiers in the train Escape to Normandy.